Welcome to Hazzard County for another episode of Terrific TV Toys. And we are here with TJ at his home in Michigan. And he's going to show us a very cool sort of toy that he has crafted in tribute to the Dukes of Hazzard. This is a model. Look at the amazing detail. I love it. Oh my gosh. And this is just one of several models you've done, right, TJ?
Yes.
How many have you done altogether, would you say?
About 8.
8, okay. And this is the one you have in your home right now, but where are the others?
The Duke Farm is in Nashville, and the other ones are in, sorry, wrong. The Duke Farm's in Gatlinburg. The rest of them are in Nashville.
And they're at Cooter's Place. Ah, okay.
This one will be going to the Luray Cooters.
Okay, so you will have models of the Dukes of Hazzard scenes in 3 different locations of Cooter's Place when this one comes out. Now, what inspired you to make and is this the only one that's of the Boar's Nest? What inspired you to do that?
No, this is the second run of the Boar's Nest.
Okay.
My very first one is in Nashville.
Ah, so that people can see at the Nashville Cooter's Place right now.
I still think back then I wasn't good enough, but after a couple of magazines and all of the cast pretty much nailing it, I pretty much knew that I was good. But there's still flaws in that one to this day as an artist. I feel was wrong, and this gives me my chance to go back and correct my flaws that I did a long time ago.
Cool. Okay. And I see you've got each Dukes of Hazzard vehicle represented. Boss Hogg, you've got Roscoe and Enos or Cletus, you've got Cooter's truck, you've got Uncle Jesse's farm truck, of course the Generally, you've got a Roadrunner, you've even got Sheriff Little, Chickasaw County Sheriff's car here, but you don't have a Dixie, and there's a reason for that.
Because you will never see the Roadrunner and Dixie's Jeep together in one scene.
Exactly. It wouldn't be continuity. I love it.
Jeb Stewart bike.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize that. That is crazy. So I can understand where you got these different Dukes of Hazzard vehicles because people can buy those. What about the Presidential Limo, which of course is a reference to the episode Limo 1 is Missing. Where did you find that?
eBay.
Wow.
I tried different shops around here. No one could get them. No one can order them. Someone told me to try eBay. I got lucky.
It's a nice touch. And you've got the Hogoko gasoline pumps. You've got the sheriff re-election campaign poster here, right?
Yep.
Roscoe's campaign poster, which we saw early on in the season. And then I believe this is another reference to a particular episode, Johnny Paycheck, right?
Yes. Dukes of Hazzard were notorious for their celebrity speed traps.
Yes. Oh,
and I've
man.
done different, in my other displays, I've done different references to Loretta, Roy Orbison. I've never done one for Johnny Paycheck. So this is a reference.
Is this a car hood right here?
Yep. That is a reference to another one.
It says Ford there, I see. Is that a clue?
Yes. It could be 2 different references if the fans choose to. It's off of a Mustang. Now they used the Mustang twice. When Coin Vance came in and they said goodbyes, it was the same Mustang that they used. I cannot think of the episode where Daisy won a car. It was a bunch of fur coats. It was the same Mustang. Same paint job, they used the same car. That's a hood that's a reference to both of them.
Now, as far as crafting the building itself, the Boar's Nest, what kind of materials do you use for this?
Basswood.
Okay, and I see some trees back here, and you've got a nice little, actually, this is an image. This is like a printed out photographic image, right? This backdrop?
Yes. I have my friend Chad Pulliam of Crazy Cutter, which is the logo on the back of that truck.
Which is amazing, by the way. I'm going to have to get close in on that as part of this.
He does all my decals for me. I've known him for years. I've tested them out. The guys around here, their quality is not good. I tested them out one day. And so far to this day, one of his decals has lasted dang near 10 years. So it's just been off and on, and we became friends, and he's got the Journey and the Knight Rider car himself. So
There's a lot of crossover with fans of Knight Rider.
yes, well, a lot of stunt guys went from the Dukes of Hazzard over to Knight Rider and Ball Guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how long does it take you to make one of these models? Like, for instance, how long is this completed, or are you still working on this? Okay, and how long has it taken you?
This one took me about 3 months.
Okay, and we know
I'll work on it like 1 hour a day, sometimes 6 hours a day, sometimes 8, sometimes 16, depends on my kids, my work schedule. My kids help with some of this too, just like my other 2 displays. They're my little helpers, and they love. I mark out the lines, and the kids will cut them all up. And there's some of the indentations that they help scribe, because this was a learning lesson for them too. And they love the Dukes of Hazzard as well. So
yeah.
And before the time my dad passed, and I wish someone would take a video or a picture of it, there was 3 of us, 3 generations of us sitting there watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
There's a lot of fans out there. It's the same thing.
Multiple generations.
Not the passing, but they're watching 3 generations watching. Sometimes 4. Still pop in the DVD, and the whole family sits down and watch it.
That is what the Dukes is like, you know? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we know you've done now 2 Boar's Nest scenes. You've done Uncle Jesse's farm, you mentioned. Mm-hmm. What else have you done?
I'm working on the new farm now. I've done 2 garages, a smaller one, and then a 1/16 scale. Both of those in Nashville. I did do the whole Hazzard County at one point.
Wow. How big was that? Probably the size of this garage, right?
Well, each section was 4 foot by 8, and there was 6 sections.
Wow, okay. That's quite a bit of square footage.
Yeah. Part of it is in Nashville. The other part of, well, the bank and everything is in Nashville. The other part is still in Nashville, but it's in the back room. In transport, it got broke. Because last time I went down there, it was Daisy's opening. I couldn't get it. It was too busy. I had my hands on it, but to get it out of the storeroom, back down through, there's just too many people. I got to make another trip down there to get it, so I can bring it back home and fix it and put it back to where it belongs.
Is there a scene you have not done yet that you're planning to do that you kind of have sketched out in your head?
There's about 23 of those. And
there's really that much in Hazzard County that you haven't done yet? Actually, there is a lot of Hazzard County that you could kind of zoom in. I mean, even when, one of my favorite episodes is when Daisy goes to work in the newspaper, so even the newspaper could be like a little scene, that part of downtown and all that. Wow. I love this.
The newspaper actually, if I remember right, they used Maybell's office to portray that one.
Now, speaking of Maybell, you're kind of friends with Maybell, right?
Yes.
Lindsay Bloom.
Yes.
Oh, I'm hoping to meet her someday. That would be very cool.
I'm working on right now getting her back to Michigan. Last year was her first time in Michigan, and the promoters weren't taking me too serious, but after me bringing her, me doing the car shows, and Ray doing his jump here in Detroit, they are starting to take me serious now. So
cool. They realize
something's going to happen with the summer.
I mean, I would think that after the volume of people who watched that Detroit jump in February, that they would realize there's a lot of Dukes fans here.
I've always said Dukes of Hazzard and Detroit is big.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Yeah.
I go up to there's a speedway just around the corner. I go up there. I come out at the pay for my gas, and I always got someone taking pictures of just a truck.
Yeah, and meanwhile, let me get a little bit of an image of this truck. Oh my word. What a homage, as they would say. You've got multiple license plates here, huh? That isn't confusing for, like local constables, local Roscoes, is it?
No, most of Macomb County and Oakland County all know me, and they know me because the Roscoe cop car that I do a lot of charity work with, so I'm always meeting them they know me.
Okay, so thank you for mentioning you do own a Roscoe car replica, but you've owned other Dukes vehicles over the years,
yes,
right?
2 different Chargers, both done up as replicas of General Lee's.
Nice. But you do, tell me a little bit about the charity stuff that you do with your Roscoe car right now?
I do most of the stuff for, there's a group called Party for a Purpose, and all the money raised is to help burn kids and burn camps. And there's another company that's with them. I can't think of the name, but they make hair for kids with cancer and the burn kids. Like I said, and everything that we do, we have an event coming up May 20th. There's another party at Gibraltar Trade Center, and you will want to go because Journey's going to be there, Kit's going to be there, the Ghostbusters, we're all.
And when is that?
May 20th at Gibraltar Trade Center.
Uh-oh, that's the same weekend as Motor City Comic Con. Oh no.
Yeah.
Too much going on.
But that's our little event that we do to raise kids, the money for to help the kids out.
Great. It's good to see that. That is the true Dukes spirit in action.
And this is more stuff that's going to be going into the Kudu's Garage Museum.
Uh-oh, okay, so what am I looking at here?
The stool, and right now the chains. I've got a whole bunch more, and the mask is supposed to be going. And probably more likely that too.
And the chains are what?
Well, Kudu was a tow truck driver.
Ah, okay. Wow. So these are like, you're saying these are screen used chains?
No, these aren't screen used. Kudu is building a full-fledged replica garage.
Ah, okay.
At least interior-wise. He's got the garage doors. He's got the service above it. He's going to have the headroom, but to actually put the office where it extends out, no. But he does have the office at the inside. It's all been converted over.
Cool. Okay, wow. This is so cool.
This one too. Let me get McDonald's out of there.
Oh, okay.
It's also.
Oh, and oh, wow. Now you've probably got a bunch of signatures on your Roscoe car too, right? Do you pretty much have everybody, or is there somebody you're still looking for?
I need to get Don Pedro's on that one, and Corey Eubanks.
On this?
It's in silver. John's is right here, and then Anita Cochran Center right there, which is done on purpose.
Really?
She played Luke's love interest in the reunion. The one that Luke let get away. She makes an ongoing joke about when she was growing up, she loved the Dukes of Hazzard as well. Didn't think that her music was going to be put in the reunion. She couldn't make up her mind which one she liked the most. But she says Warner Brothers made that decision for her.
Well, it was a decision that a lot of females would agree with.
True.
I can tell you to this very day at Duke's events.
So when they used her music in the reunion, which she loved the idea. Then they asked her, well, would you like to be in it? Well, she jumped at it.
Oh, very cool.
Who wouldn't?
So she was a fan long before she got that
Yes.
role. Oh, that is so cool.
And she just happens with the good times and everything else, shot up to be a Grammy winner artist, and voila.
Yeah, nice. Well, you have got a neat collection of stuff and so much creativity and perfectionism, really, going into this. It really is picture perfect. Seriously.
I've had people ask me to build them displays. I built one, which was the Maybell one. I can't, but I had Maybell. I sent it out. It got sent out to Maybell, and she signed it. I let go with a Journey model because you got to put the models with it. But because of the level of detail I put into it, people really can't afford it. But I'd rather have these go to Cooters so people can go see it, get ideas, and adults. And I've already heard this numerous times. Little kids, Daddy, can we get a General Lee model? All of a sudden it spawns out their building displays with their kids. Not as good as mine, but that's not the point. One of the guys, he's a good friend of mine named Mark Bradley. He works for Universal Studios. He's the one that's helping build the real life Cooter's Garage. As a kid, he saw my display at the Duke Farm. Was so inspired, now he works for a major studio as a model maker.
Oh my goodness,
Now
that's
him
cool.
and me are doing the garage together. The current project I'm doing now with that barn, he's going to be doing the Duke Farm. It's something he's been wanting to do a project with me. Now he's got his opportunity.
So you have not been approached by somebody who said, can you build me this model and I'll pay you such and such for it, and an offer that you accepted? You have not had that? Because
No.
you're saying that, really, because you put
They asked
hours
me-
and hours and hours into
They
this.
asked me how much it would cost. Here when I don't charge for any labor at all. So I try not to. The cost of the wood, I will show you when we get downstairs. It's ridiculous. Just the cost limit. You're looking at there almost $300 to $400 just in wood.
I cannot believe that. Wow.
And then there's the models, and
But man,
it gets up there. And
it looks so authentic with like the brick or the cinder block or whatever. It just looks so authentic.
there's a couple
and
of
I love
guys
the
who
hubcaps.
they use the same wood, but they make them for Matchbox cars, and they do sell them those because it's Matchbox cars and it's more affordable, but they don't put as much detail. They're trying to keep it affordable. The more detail you put in, the more it's going to cost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the sand and the little bit of grass here and
Part
there.
of the
It's just
sand is
amazing.
actual from the boar's nest in Georgia.
What? When did you
Yes.
get that?
I had a friend who was remaining anonymous. Got it for me.
I love that. This is actual boar's nest sand.
Some of it's all wet sand that I had, but he mailed me some.
Oh my
And he's like,
god.
since you're doing the boar's nest, you gotta have some of the sand. So I mixed it all together. So there's some of the boar's nest, real boar's nest sand in this.
That is precious. Amazing.
Of course,
Wow.
he said that there was no one around when he went and scooped it up. But you know,
Oh goodness. Well, I think probably over the years, Dukes fans have taken worse than that from different Dukes sites in Covington, right? Oh man, that is so fun. Well, thank you so much for showing this to us. This is a masterpiece of creativity.
now we get to see the rest of it.
All right, okay.
Follow me. This is a new barn for the new Duke display. That's a collaboration between me and 3 other artists who I pretty much mentored, and they looked up to my work. And
I see one-armed bandits in there. I love that. So nice. And if you're a Dukes fan, you know exactly what that is from.
then you should know what the car is from too.
Okay. Uncle Jesse's Moonshine and Car.
Yep.
Okay, don't tell me. Am I gonna, it's got like a female name. Why can I not remember? Okay, tell me.
I think it was High Octane. Hold on.
But, okay, who had the gray ghost? Was that Boss Hogg who had the gray ghost?
Yeah, that was in 7th season. There's two Tillies. There's a Sweet Tilly and a Black Tilly.
Yes, they
That's Sweet
changed
Tilly.
the name,
That's
yes.
the Georgia episode.
Okay, thank you. I knew it was like a female name in there somewhere. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was a Mustang and that one. I can't remember the dang episode now. Oh, War Shine of Roses. They used the Mustang. Episode, I think 1 or 2. Or might have been 3. Shoot. But they used that one.
Cool.
It was high octane because they had to make the moonshine to get to the contest.
And for this car, did you just basically find a model car online that matches that model and
I was at a
year and
model.
everything?
I do model shows with Brian, and just happened to get this one. And Autorama, I found another kit of the same one, which I'm doing to a poor guy, which is over there. I'll meet him at the last stand. He has a Black Tilly car. He's done the 4 LTD up as Black Tilly, exact replica. So I'm doing a model for him to put on his engine cleaner when he shows the car.
That is so fun because, you know, Black Tilly is something that, it's like you go to Dukes events and
This
I'm just
is what
wondering
Black Tilly started out as.
I'm just wondering if anybody's ever going to bring like a Black Tilly replica to one of these Dukes shows. That would be
There'll
hilarious.
be one there. Nathan's bringing his.
Oh my gosh. That is so fun.
That's why I'm bringing that, because
Wow. And there's another
and to keep
Roscoe
things
car.
period correct, this is a Blues Brothers car. I converted over.
There's
In
a
the Georgia
Hazzard County on the
episodes,
side.
the cars are different. If you notice, they use the 74 Monaco versus the standard 78 one. They use other ones, satellites and a few other ones for the jump cars and whatnot. But the primary ones in the Georgia episodes has always been the 74 Monaco. So there it is. It's going to be added. I may get another one for the Enos car. I haven't decided yet. Because in order to get the proper lights, I would have to buy a Roscoe kit or a TJ Hooker kit just for the lights, and those things. That's a little expensive just for lights.
And I see some remnants of
Yep.
other work, and I see this too. This looks like a Dukes of Hazzard themed painting, like a print of a painting.
It was a print that Jimmy did.
That's what I wondered, if it was one of James Best's paintings.
James Best and Scott Romine. Jimmy would paint all the scenery. Then he would send everything to Jimmy, and Jimmy would send it to Scott. Scott would paint the General Lees, the cop cars, and everything else in.
Okay.
But that print got sold. I just happened to find a picture online and made a little print of it. That's what I keep right here. I don't sell the stuff, and no, this is stuff my own inspiration.
Yeah, nice. All right.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
I usually, like I said, I always got, when I build, I watch Dukes of Hazzard.
I was gonna say, how do you do your research to make a model? Like, you use screenshots, you study, how closely do you study?
I'll pause it
the
here, and then I'll
scenes?
take pictures of it with my camera.
Okay.
I got a smaller one, which are my regular DVDs hooked up to it, because on the Xbox, the screen's a little bit smaller. But since that's a 57-inch TV, it's still, it gets bright enough, big enough where I can get the detail.
Okay. I imagine, yeah, there's a lot of pausing and trying to get different angles and.
Oh yeah. I'll send you through Messenger. I'll send you some of the pictures that I've used.
Okay. Cool.
And I was going to do 2 barns, but Alma, because of how big the thing is going to be, Alma only wants 1. So I went with the primary one where you had the slots, you had Uncle Jesse's car and everything else. The other ones weren't really used that much except for Mary Kay's baby.
So this is sort of a special request? Is this sort of a commission? Would you say?
A little bit.
But it's going to go to Cooter's Place
In Luray.
In
Yes.
Luray. Okay. Wow. Very cool.
I still got the roof I gotta do. I still got the side part I gotta do, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna. There's gonna be plexiglass in a little bit, in order for people to see into the slot machine.
Yeah.
That's why I put the hole there in the first place. And there are people who they'll get up close and want to take a look at it and take pictures of the slots and everything else. So when I build the side room, I gotta build part of a roof with plexiglass and part of the side, so people can still be able to see in. Because once that roof's on there,
I always loved this, like, drive-through, this entryway, and that was featured a little bit in the episodes too. I always loved that design of the barn.